Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. So today's lesson we're going to be learning what our conditional structures are. So basically what a conditional structure is, it performs certain actions when specific conditions are met. So let's say if you wanted to check a part's to check if a part is anchored, you would use if statement. So let's just like if you had a part right here, and then and then you wanted to check if it was actually anchored or not, that's where if statements come into. So let's just go ahead and insert a script real quick to wherever it doesn't matter, and then we're just gonna do. So first we have to actually reference the part. So let's just do local part is equal to game.workspace dot part, and then this is where the if statement comes into play. So let's just say for it to actually execute like the part that you want. So let's just say if we actually got the part and it is anchored, then we can make it so it executes a certain line of code inside of the statement. So let's just say if part, and then make sure it's the correct property, which is anchored, dot anchored is equal to true, then end. So if you notice here, we put two equal signs instead of one, and that's because we're actually making it, we're just checking if it's equal to this. We are not assigning it to something, we're just making sure it's equal to. And then if it is equal to true, then we're going to say print part is anchored. So let's go ahead and run that real quick and make sure it works. Here we go. It's being a little slow. Okay, there we go. As you can see, it printed down in the output, part is anchored. That's because it is set to true. And you can also use else statements, Elseif and else. So basically Elseif is basically you can check if there's like an alternate condition instead of it being like the first one. So let's just say if you wanted to, if it's not true, then you would just do else if part that anchored is equal to false. Then now since we're checking it if it's equal to false, if anchored is false, then we're gonna just copy this print, and then we're gonna say print part is not anchored. So if you were to unanchor this part and then play it, this would print out because it's not anchored anymore. So you can do other things with it, like let's just keep it there. If you wanted to check numbers, like let's just say 3 plus 7 is equal to 10, and then you can do like print. But you wouldn't normally do this because you already know that 3 plus 7 is equal to 10. So you wouldn't really do this, but it does work if you wanted to test it out. You can also do like you can do like anything. It doesn't like there's no like limit. So you can also use variables. So let's just say if you wanted to say local bool, and then we're gonna set this equal to true. If we were to do if bool equal, set it to equal, and then we're gonna do true, then print test, and then it would print test because bool is true. And then if you were to just set this to false, it would not print anything at all because we don't have else if statement. So if you were to do else instead of else if, it'll execute it'll do the opposite of what this is. So let's just say if so this is equal to true, but since the opposite of true is obviously false, so this is basically saying bool equal false. So if you were to put print false, it would print false in the output. So let's just show you that real quick. As you can see, it printed false down in the output. That's because this is equal to false instead of true. And then obviously if you were to set this to true, it would print test. So if statements are really useful because you can check a condition, make sure it's that condition, and then you put whatever you want inside of it. So if it's equal to true, then you can do whatever you want. So you could, if it's equal to true, you can change the part name to part name dot equal, and then you can change the name to whatever. So you can name it to part is anchored, and then if you were to run this, it would print part. I mean, it would not print, but it would change the part's name to part is anchored. That's because it is true. And then you can change the part name to whatever, or you can change the color or anything you want like that. So they're really useful for scripting. Obviously, you're going to use it a lot when you get in more into scripting. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. We're going to be learning. I'm not sure what's next, but it's going to get more harder from here. So hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye.